Morning, everybody. It is June 17th. Bring this forward. Sorry. And, well, this is going to be an interesting video because one, I've been weeding out videos and relooking them and just either answering questions from the videos or basically just weeding out some of the stuff that it's in the past. But something happened last night, and I had to make a judgment call. Now, after the fact, and after talking to the store manager, I realized that my judgment call was half and half. Half of it was good because of what happened, and the other half was bad because of how I proceeded to deal with it. I'm not going to give details or a lot of information. It's just what happened was an emergency situation, basically. No, the store didn't burn down or anything like that. It was a different type of emergency situation. It is a Wednesday, but it's not the first Wednesday of the month. Okay. Hopefully it's just a test. Being I didn't see any storm clouds this morning or any signs from the Weather Channel saying that we would have tornadoes, but I just heard my tornado siren go off once, and I just remembered why. Every Wednesday during tornado season, we have sirens go out. They test the siren, so that's why I just kind of went, "What? Wait a minute, what?" But anyhow, it's done. It's done and over with. Hopefully, everything's not too chaotic. Hope everything turns out good in the end. But I learned a lesson from it all, so that's the good thing. I learned something new, even though it had to be something traumatic. Just something that happened. Anyhow, I'm going to read this little Bible verse and I'm going to go on with my video. It says here, sorry, my eyes are still a little blurry from waking up. I don't mean to be trying to get my eyes to focus in the morning. Let's see here. How are we to function in the present of calamities? In God's world, here is how the Bible does it. God permits it when the demons begged Jesus to send them into a herd of pigs, he gave them permission. Mark 5:12 and 13. And it doesn't say what particular Bible, it just gives the Bible verse, book and verse. Book, chapter, verse, sorry. Yeah, okay. I can kind of understand what that was saying. Basically, God gave permission for the demons to do whatever the demons wanted to do. So, what happens is basically permissible by God's permission. Sorry, my brain is trying to clarify what I'm thinking. That's an interesting quote. So I don't remember reading any kind of verse that ever said the demons begged being put into the pigs. I remember the verse where Jesus did send them from possessed people into pigs. But I don't remember the asking or begging permission of. I'm gonna have to go read that, because that's different than what I remember it to be. Come on. Oh, man, I should not have put it there. Cannot wait until I can rearrange this room ever so slightly. I'll just have to be able to reach up and get to pull the books from the top of my desk. Yes, Jenny and I had talked about when we go to come in here to clean and rearrange this room for our upcoming guests, that we would redo the top of the desk, so I have my books up there. Anyhow, it was Mark 5. If you're wondering what I'm reading, it's called the Everyday Men's Bible. It is an NIV. I think it's NIV. Yes, New International. So it is an NIV book. I think most of my Bibles that I have, and I have a couple of them from my past. I think only one of them is a New American or an American Standard. The rest of them are NIVs. Let's see here, Mark. Here's Mark. Mark 5. Nope, that's too far. See if I can read this with my semi-blurry vision, which is always how my eyes start out, as semi-blurry. 21. No, I can barely read because my eyes are very blurry right now. I think I might have to get a new Bible that's large print, which is what my dad had before he passed. I don't know if Mom still has that Bible. Those tending the pigs ran off and reported. Oh no, that's too far. Oh, it does say it. Oh, forgive me, it does say it. It does say, the demons begged Jesus, send us among the pigs, allow us to go into them. He gave him permission, and the impious spirits came out and went into the pigs. The herd, about 2,000 in number, rushed down the steep bank into the lake and were drowned. Okay, so it does say it. So forgive me for doubting that it said that. I didn't realize it did. So again, another lesson learned. My memory fails me sometimes when it comes to Bible verses, but that's why we have it in print, so we can go back to it. So if the demons begged Jesus to go into pigs, and the Lord allowed it to happen. Okay. Anyhow, not to diminish from that little educational piece, um, things lately have been interesting. Um, I peeked into my little bird nest this morning, and she definitely has 4 eggs in there that have not hatched, which is kind of like I'm going to now have to look for my. I don't have that book no more. Oh, that book was lost in the flood. I'm gonna have to go look online for to see if I can find nut hatches and see what kind of nut hatch this little birdie is. I can tell it's a nut hatch because of the bill. Um, it's too small to be a regular woodpecker, but her bill is long and narrow. Um, I wouldn't say as long as a hummingbird because she's too big for a hummingbird. That in fact her flight patterns are like a regular bird, so she's definitely not a common sparrow, but she's definitely not a woodpecker. So it's got to be the only thing I can think of. The only 2 birds I can think of would be a chickadee or a nuthatch. But I can look that up online under Birds of America Audubon Society. But she's got 4 little eggs in there, and I don't know when they're going to hatch, being it's mid-June. Most birds have already had their eggs hatched by now. The starlings have hatched. The kestrel I've been watching online, they're look like little balls of white fluff, cute as can be. But like I was saying, most birds, their eggs have hatched. So I don't know if there's like a certain birds hatch later on in the summer due to their particular food type, habitat, whatever. I'm just hoping the comings and goings of the mailman and me peeking out there to get the mail. Ooh, I'm sorry, that was wrong. That was rude. Me peeking out there to get the mail. I'm just hoping that hasn't disturbed the natural order of things. At first, I didn't even think she was going to occupy the nest because there was like a good couple weeks that nobody seemed to be occupying the nest. So I would love to get a good camera, good, one of those little micro cameras that are really good that I can hook outside of the um, dining room window, so it's not getting that grainy, fuzzy type look that my phone camera does. But anyhow, excuse me. Um, I did check the mail this morning. The mailman had come. My wife is getting packages left and right from fans, friends, and family members who have been sending gifts and decor items and things like that for her 50th birthday. Which, hey, if I was, if I was how would you say, loaded? Um, no, I don't want to say loaded because that's just that could be a trick question. If I had excessive amounts of money, let's just say excessive amounts of money, um, I would be the one showering her with gifts. She has kind of said, "Don't worry about it," which I've already gotten her a few things that's in the pile of stuff in the dining room that we're going to have to go through in the next 21 days. She has a countdown. She created a countdown using some sort of Harry Potter type thing. It's kind of funny. It's cute and funny and I don't want to say disturbing because I'm not disturbed by it. It's just kind of like okay. It's great that you know how many more days you have before I don't know if it's before. No, it can't be before her birthday because her birthday is July 13th, and today's the 17th. So maybe it's a countdown for when she has to go pick up people. I just know that I came home yesterday and she confirmed that on the 8th, when her sisters will be arriving in town, um, she'll be taking mom to the airport, and mom's going to visit her friend for the duration of. She leaves on the 8th, comes back on the 15th, and that's when everybody else. And I think it's the 16th is when they leave out of here. Mom is most likely going to drive, or Jerry's going to most likely drive mom. Jerry wanted me to take the day off to go with her, but in light of what's happened recently, I don't know if I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Um, I think one of the reasons why Jerry wants me to go with her is mom is not a very good passenger when going into downtown St. Louis to go to the airport. Um, don't blame her. I think Jerry Ann is also thinking that since mom is leaving about the same time her sisters are coming in, that we would just, instead of her sisters renting a car, Jerry Ann would just pile everybody in the back of the van and go and bring them back here. So it's kind of like I'm going as a navigator and a porter. Because I think that's exactly what's going to end up happening. I'm fine with that. I don't mind being a navigator. Got no problem with that. Of course, I thought it would be funny because it's like, Jan was like, no, 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 save your money. I can come pick you up. I can come pick you up. Don't worry about paying for a car, blah, blah, blah. That's between them. I don't get into the middle of that stuff because then it's kind of like, I'm just going to agree with my wife because factor, why have you spend extra money for a car when you can come down here? Now, knowing what I now know with mom leaving, and her mom's best friend who borrows a car all the time will probably end up having the car, which I'm kind of like, no, mom, I don't want to say no to letting you use your having a friend use your car, but I know the circumstances with what's going on. Okay, there's going to be 5 extra people in the house. 2 besties and 3 sisters. Well, they can all pile into that van and go to wherever they want to go while I'm at work. Springfield for shopping, Washington for shopping, sightseeing, whatever. All I know is the 8th is Sunday. No. All I know is probably the day before they all get here, we're going to have to do a lot of shopping. Not just food-wise. Jimmy's going to need some some mead. I was going to say brandy, but I'm not a brandy person. 5 women in my house at the same time. All of them, except for maybe 1, 2 of them are noisy as get out. Oh, man. Too bad I couldn't take another vacation. No, I'm just joking. But anyhow, the last thing I wanted to do before I get off this, because it's already 20 minutes long, is I got a Wish package. Yes, I'm still getting stuff from Wish. All this stuff was ordered back in April. Late April, early May. This particular item, I'm looking forward to because if it's what I think it is, just by the bag, the white bag it's in, the cloth bag it's in, it's made out of leather, which means it's the pouch that I ordered for part of my. Excuse me, that was rude. My Renaissance ensemble. Yep, It is. It is a belt pouch. Different than what I thought it was. I have to do some work with it just to keep the flap down. It's a leather belt pouch. And the flap doesn't want to stay down, which means I have to find a way to oh, I know what I'll do. Bingo. Anyhow, it's got a drawstring on there, so you draw it shut, tie it off, and you can carry just about anything in it. Now, knowing what I know about the Renaissance era, a big pouch like this was for tools, small tools if you worked certain kinds of guild jobs. Guild jobs were anything from like leather worker, jeweler, metalsmith, swords, blacksmith, armorer. They would, carry some small tools or tools and whatnot in it. The other thing it was used for, and the description for which on this, what I think part of the description on which was those who worked in the back then what they called medicine field. Basically, they were the precursors of doctors. They would go out to the fields or to the woods and whatnot and collect herbs of one form or another, flowers and things like that they use to make pastes and medicines and whatnot. But they would go out in the fields and the woods and whatnot, and they would have usually it was on their belt, but they would have a curved blade for cutting the different herbs and whatnot and stuffing it into this pouch and taking it back to their shop. What's the word I'm thinking of? Not an herbal. Well, yeah, an herbalist is one of them. What did they call them back then? Alchemists. Alchemists, because they were known for gathering herbs and whatnot for their different brews and concoctions and whatnot. But my idea for using this was for like a wallet, something like that. I've got on order. It's on back order right now. It's a pouch. It's a belt with a couple pouches on it. They called it a utility belt because the pouches are big enough for like a wallet, a cell phone, things like that. Which is probably what I'll end up using the utility belt for, is my wallet. But I have a variety of pouches. Now, they're everything from small, simple, what they used to call coin purses, to this big bag. I'm hoping sometime soon, and I might have to get it cleaned up. And I don't know if I have a picture on my phone or not, but I have a Renaissance outfit that I bought. Did I get that back in Arizona with some inheritance money I got from an aunt? Or did I get that when we moved out here and we went to the Renaissance Fair in Topeka, Kansas? I don't remember when. But I've had this costume for a very long time. And it was the outfit that I wore in our wedding. And Jenny Ann had a dress, a Renaissance style dress, that her sister made. And it was like a stunning, beautiful dress. It was like white, silver, and white with silver and gold trim, and a white I don't know what kind of material it was, but it was a thin material that was used for the veil. If I have a picture of it on my phone, I will attach it to the end of this video. If I don't, I'll try to get one soon. Jan's probably got a ton of them on her phone. I don't know. I am not one for saving pictures, not because it's better, I don't have enough space on my phone, but I can save them on my computer or I have them in print. In fact, I have one in my wallet that I carry with me, but which I might have to take a picture of and attach it to here. But anyhow, I've always had this weird feeling that I was out of time, and when I started going to the Renaissance festivals and shows and different things that had to do with the Renaissance, I went, this is my time period. I feel like I'm stuck in Renaissance era fashion because my modern day sense of fashion is just like there's nobody who can match my modern day clothing fashion because to me clothing nowadays is give me a good pair of jeans or pants that fit me and a t-shirt and I'm fine. I'm happy. I'll wear that all the time. But once I get all my little components and whatnot for what I would prefer to be wearing, I might try to put it on and just go for an outing of sorts. Go run by my store. Go run by maybe Walmart. People might look at me funny and ask me if where's the Renaissance show, and I'll be like, at my house. um, I've never been one to follow. I've never been one to follow modern day fashions. I've never been one to um, be part of the norm, I guess you'd say. Today's modern day society, yeah. If I were to compare modern day society to like Renaissance society, I would say the modern day society is more Stone Age, um, just a little more civil than Renaissance era. But that's just me. Ooh. Ugh. Getting to the bottom where all the honey is still sitting. That's some strong, potent stuff. But as my dad used to say, honey is good for everything because it soothes the throat. It helps with coating your throat so you don't have like mucus buildup from postnasal drip. It just slides straight down to the stomach. But anyhow, yeah. Once I get that belt pouch, that utility belt pouch, plus the sword belt that I already have, plus the just regular Renaissance style belt that I have, I should be good to go. Granted, I am 99.9% sure that if I were to wear the sword outside of the house and into a store, it could cause a riot. It just might cause a riot. Um, no, I'm not trying to cause a riot. I'm just joking around. It might cause some people to go, is that real? Yes, it is real. Is it deadly? I wouldn't say deadly, but it sure will hurt if I hit somebody with it. Which I don't plan on to unless somebody tries to attack me. But no, I think the sword will stay home, so there won't be any issues of the fact that I'm carrying a weapon. Yeah, I'm carrying an ancient style weapon that has no cutting edge to it. Um, might be dangerous if I go to stab somebody because the point is still a point, but I'm I'm anti-violent. I mean, I might sound and act aggressive and whatnot, but I would prefer to stay out of a physical confrontation if at all possible. Um, but I won't deny the fact that I know enough to defend myself if I have to. But anyhow, that's I can't even say the words. That's not going to be a problem because I'm not that foolhardy. Crazy, yes. Foolhardy, no. But anyhow, that is today's video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and put it in the question comment boxes. If you're new to my channel and you want to subscribe, you can hit the subscribe button, and then a bell will pop up, so you can tap on that bell, and YouTube will let you know when I put in a new video. Yeah, yep. All right. Y'all have a good day. Be safe out there. God bless. Bye.